Wow. It's Meng On MENG. And since we still don't have a theme song because someone's computer's broke, it's still wet farts to begin the show. So this is a what? The 26th? I don't know. Days are
26.
I'm so tired. So yeah, I'm just gonna open up stuff tonight. And just chit chat with my friend and maybe show off some I got so many trade paperbacks. Jesus Christ.
Oh. Nice.
I got this bad boy. I'm super excited about it. It's a flexible silicone paint deal.
Oh, like paint tray?
Yeah, so I can just pop out the dried stuff.
Does
because I have
that's two pretty slick.
The two paint trays I currently use are they're I'm going to give you any idea. One's an okay shape. This one's.
What are your thoughts on a wet palette?
I have one. I haven't used it because I'm kind of terrified by it.
I like them. I think they're pretty rad. They keep paints pretty well. Although I'd say the only downside to doing wet palettes is because they keep paint so well. It's easy sometimes to forget, like, oh, I have this palette of paints chilling out in my fridge, and then you go and because they're on like either like a damp towel or a piece of paper, they get a little fuzzy if you forget about them. But otherwise, they're great.
I got a bottle of contrast speed paint medium, and it's very cool. I probably don't use mine as much as I should, but I was like, it only comes with one, and I was like, well, I'll ask for another one, and I got one, and it's real nice.
It's real nice.
It's real nice. I got this sweet, very metallic color shift. It's like a color shift.
Ooh,
bronze.
That'll be really nice.
Yeah, just another. I got a whole bunch of more. Drop stuff on the floor. I got some more paints. I don't really need them, but these are all paints I don't have, and they've been sitting on my list for a while. And I have a couple people that give me stuff that's their go-to. I mean, and most of the time it's like, Cassandra, can you get this for him off his list, and then I'll just pay you back. So there's a lot of that happens, just because like I'm a dork and I only want dorkly things.
That's okay.
I've read a bunch of comics already.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, every time I go to the bathroom, I generally read a whole trade. I read really fast. I read comics really fast, more than anything else.
Yeah, I get bummed sometimes when I get like a new like trade paperback, and it's just like, oh, I just blew through that so quick. Like I felt a little bit of that with what's god damn it, I'm so bad with names sometimes. The serial killer one.
Oh, where monsters lie?
Yeah, I just flew through that, and then I was just like, is there another one? And it's
nope, not yet.
Oh no. It's just like
the nice thing about them going quick like that is I can revisit them often.
True. Yeah.
So that's generally kind of the way I give myself solace.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, I got through the whole Tom King Vision today.
Oh, I love that. That's a personal favorite of mine.
It's really depressing.
It is. I love that.
And yeah, I kind of feel like, man, I've read some Tom King stuff of late. And I'm just kind of like, wow, Tom King does one thing really well. I wonder if he ever does anything else. I also got through Savage Avengers #1, Volume 2, #1, because I was like, oh, Conan. And I'd seen blips and pieces of the first volume, which has got like Conan and Doom being buddies in it. And I was like, I need this in my life.
Yeah.
But this was the last official Marvel appearance of Conan, unfortunately. Okay. So, also not written by Jason Aaron. So I was a little like, I got some more miniatures. Both these boys are really great.
Ooh.
Got a big Gator Man, got a new wizard. Got tiny little Pidwick the second from
Oh yeah.
Ravenloft. We gotta take this Superman apart. I was all excited. I got the Todd, you know Todd of the long legs. I got the Todd Maleficent, which is something I'd wanted for a while. Because I was like, oh, I'm gonna take apart this thing. It looks amazing. It'll be super cool for Masters fodder. And I got it, and I was like, I can't take this apart. This figure looks amazing.
Maleficent, like
Maleficent, like Maleficent.
Oh, I didn't even know he did that.
He did a line of figures that are like Mirrorverse Disney stuff.
Yeah.
Maleficent is absolutely a stunning figure. I think you can get her for like $17 on eBay right now, or on Amazon, which is, you know, towards more the cheap end of Todd's figures.
Yeah. Especially now, man.
Absolutely stunning. So I went out and got me a second one because I'm like, Cassandra, you can put this with your other figures, because I would feel bad wrecking this that someone gave us. You know, it's too nice.
Yeah.
I was like, so I'll pay for one and wreck that one. Like I said, I got a art book of the CGI Masters of the Universe series. That was
nice.
So
I love art books.
Man, Piddlywick is going to be a hard paint. He's so little.
Yeah.
And he's got so many colors on his little self.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. Here's our alligator boy.
Nice. I like the big mouth.
Wow.
Rah.
And then there's our wizard boy. He's like, I'm a wizard, Harry.
Oh, very classic.
Wow. It looks like a wizard out of Mordheim from back in the day.
Oh, Shaggy.
Ward up, Shaggy. So I got this from my wife, and it was because I thought these would be small enough I could take them apart for parts. They are not small.
They're huge. Whoa. I didn't know they're that big.
They're huge. I love it though. Holy crap, this is a cool figure.
God, that's like Power Rangers size back in the day.
Yeah, it's massive. It's real cool though. It's got snaky armor boys and stuff going on. I wish they were smaller, but they'll just have to be like an edifice in the background of some Masters thing.
For sure. That'd work.
All right, I'm gonna take this dude apart. The price I pay, some say another day. Oh, so yeah, I ordered ahead for this, and I'm going to turn this future state Superman into my version of a Primal Age Motu Origins Superman.
Oh,
because I'm using this is my Primal Age Batman.
Oh yeah, that dude rocks.
Which is just the Page Punchers, like I don't know what they're calling that series of figures, but I was like, oh man, it's much. I like the Primal Age line that they did. I thought it was very, very cool, very smart. Mm-hmm. It was a little more like here's some kind of Conan-y versions of the DC heroes.
Yeah.
And also, though, we did get like one of the coolest play sets of a recent history with it. But I also, oh, come on, guy. Right up there. Nope. Right up there.
Whoa.
It's the Batcave.
Oh, that's really cool.
But it looks like it was basically right out of Motu.
That's nice.
And occasional
crossover.
Yeah. Actually, one of the better for a while. DC had the rights and was doing really great Motu comics.
Ooh, I need to check that
out. They had a Masters versus Injustice, and it's really good because
I remember that.
yeah,
That was great.
he gets the powers of Shazam and fucks Superman up.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that
I
was wonderful.
really find fascist Superman to be annoying in all of his many guises.
Yeah, that's a really frustrating character.
You know,
It's frustrating also because it works so well sometimes, but
it's just
so against what that character is supposed to be.
I subscribe to the Grant Morrison school of if the most interesting thing you can think to do as a writer is do fascist Superman, then you do not have the writing skills to write Superman.
Yeah,
because what it says is you're lazy and you don't have anything to say with that character, and I agree with that. But I also, like I said, we've said on this before, I've said on this channel repetitively, I am a shill for Grant Morrison.
He's pretty cool, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I know there's some people who are like, ew, he did what? And I'm like, yeah, he did.
He did.
He really did.
He done did that. He done did the shit, man. Ugh.
Boom.
Oh, you're hammering through some Lego tonight.
Yeah. I've done some work on Rivendell, so that's too big right now to move over to the computer desk to do. So
you should take a little film of it and then put it on the Discord.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I definitely plan to do that. I'll take some pics of the next few steps I do. But yeah, so right now I'm doing the Avatar Natiri versus Colonel Quaritch in his cool mech suit thing. I've had this just laying around forever because I love the mech and the cool animal boy that comes with it, which is what I'm building right now.
Oh.
Animals.
Yeah, I'm not an Avatar guy.
It's really derivative, but it's fun.
James Cameron's another guy who I get really aggravated with.
Yeah, he's interesting.
You could say that.
I mean, yeah, there's so much.
Jimmy
wonderful
James,
imagination, but like so much pomposity. And you can also argue that a little bit of that is earned, rightfully so, because he's rolled his fucking dice and like had it pay off big time in some spectacular ways. But also, it's just like, come on, like, what are you doing here? I know you think this is really important, this big Dances with Wolves with blue cat people, but come on.
With your white savior complex.
Yes, that's really yeah.
That also is not really that impressive anymore visually. So other people have done stuff now that with less money. That's
I think after especially I haven't seen it yet, but just what I've seen of Godzilla -1, Hollywood needs to reevaluate everything they're doing with their bloated budgets with such shitty returns. Looking at you, Quantumania. God, oh, that movie.
I think, unfortunately, a lot of the Marvel movies, there's one reason for their issues now, but you can't force people to pump out shit.
They've become what was the kind of image of like, what was it like, kind of like at least Korean animation was, you just got these people in these like workhouses just like pumping out. That's what I feel like Marvel's very much become, especially in regard to how they treat visual artists.
I'm going to mute my mic while I use this hair dryer, so keep talking. I'm just going to be quiet.
And that's how I feel about Marvel. Also, how I feel about Marvel is, I don't know. Why? Do we have to have like 4 movies every year? Slow it down. One of the best times I had with Marvel in recent years was during the pandemic when they stopped doing like a bunch of movies all the time. And they had like just Black Widow out as a movie and 2 TV shows going on. Perfect. Fine. Keep it at that. You don't need to get crazy. But that's just me. One guy. I know other people really love this stuff to death. And that's cool too. Do what you want. Do what you like. Like what you like. Don't let me get in the way of it. Don't let anyone get in the way of the things you like. Actually, it's a kind of good rule. Unless you like some crazy stuff that could land you in trouble, then maybe pump the brakes on that. If we can learn any lesson from our good friend Ed Gein, it would be that. Pump the brakes. All right. I don't know what else I'm saying. I'll just vent for a little bit more. What's the deal with airline peanuts? Make them a little bigger, hey? These bags are so tiny. You know what's really tiny are I don't like these new waves of like small, tiny, small mini Legos that are out there. They're not exactly Lego, they're like mini Lego. Not a fan. And then he's back.
Me either. So have you read the thing about Ed Gein that Eric Powell did? Something like did you hear about what Ed Gein did?
I think I do. I have that. I don't think I have the I'm aware of it. I have not digested it in any form yet though, but I hear it's amazing.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think Eric Powell does a really good job of doing some really interesting things. Look at how long these legs are, my friends.
Ooh.
When your thighs are longer than your torso.
Those are Mountain Monster thighs.
They are.
I am Maeve, and you're still supposed to be in your room. Get back in there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, someone had a major freak out playing checkers today.
Oh no, is everything okay?
Oh yeah, no, but she was totally like, I was doing the classic dad thing of like, yeah, okay, you can kind of like win. Here, do this, and shoot. And then like at one point and maybe I shouldn't have used my Seth Rollins laugh where I was like, but I did a move and I did that, and she like just lost it, like full on like Jack Nicholson anger management. I said over easy, like just smashed the board, and I was just like, okay, well, you need to take some time, go chill out in your room for a bit. We'll talk about this later. So that's what she's doing right now. That psychopath.
Hopefully she finds a way in the future to take that power and use it for positive things.
Yeah, she's getting there. She's learning some chill out skills and stuff.
I mean, I think that's fantastic that she's learning that. It's hard when you're an imaginative little kid and just want to run wild.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And especially like just, I don't know, kids have such big emotions, and it's really easy to just blow up. So I don't know, especially, I don't know, we've learned a lot with like Killian on like, like how best to like, calm down big feelings and things like that, with a lot of his like school therapy, things like that. And it's really helping with Maeve, because for a while we're just kind of like, oh, let her do her thing, and now it's like, okay, let's rein this in. You're getting crazy.
Someone's gonna get hurt while she does her thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's definitely gonna happen.
You guys killing it, man. So
well, thank you. Yeah, they're two pretty good kids, I'd say.
Where is the Killinator at tonight?
He is chilling in his room with some Calvin and Hobbes, because he got the entire Calvin and Hobbes collection for Christmas, so he's
Oh
been
hell yeah!
digesting that, which is pretty fun because that's something I loved Calvin and Hobbes as a kid, and I try not to be one of those dads who's like, you're gonna be me, with like
Yeah,
trying to shove shit. I see a lot of people do that. Maybe they don't realize they're doing it, but I see it happen, and it's a bummer. Yeah, Calvin Hobbes is the greatest. Shaggy, it's the best. But my son's getting like really into reading, so I thought, you know what, he's got such a great imagination, and he's always so thinking outside the box. Like, you know what, I bet he'd really vibe with this, with some Calvin
yeah,
Hobbes,
hell
and
yeah.
so far it's been a hit. It's yeah, and I got into reading. I think I got to credit a lot of my love of reading towards comics.
Yep, that's where mine all came from.
And like I remember, like I loved just getting comics off the spinner rack, but also there was this wonderful series of and I can't remember who the publisher was, but they put out like all these classic books like the Iliad, the Odyssey, the Red Badge of Courage, Bram Stoker's Dracula,
Wasn't that
Frankenstein.
Silver Key?
It might have, and it was full little like pocket graphic novels of
Yeah,
these. Oh God,
Golden
I
Key. Golden Key. Sorry,
I just
Gold Key. I think
yeah,
that
man.
might have been Gold Key stuff. Who were the company that was responsible for giving us Turok and Doctor Solar.
Oh really?
OG, yeah.
Oh wow,
And a couple other interesting little things there too that kind of
that's
like
very cool.
Gold Key was a really interesting little company. Magnus Robot Fighter, which if you think about it, a lot of those concepts are really pretty wild that they were being published by a company that was mainly known for like Scrooge McDuck and like classic book
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I love like there's some wild publishing that happened in the 80s. It's just
Well, I
wow.
think Gold Key would have been 70s,
70s.
late 60s, early 70s.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, so those characters have been around for a long time.
Oh yeah, well Turok, I first was introduced to that with like the video game, and then finding out that this is a fucking rich history character. That's insane.
Yeah, this is a comic book boy.
Yeah, and he's kind of OG. Okay.
Yeah, those were all Gold Key. And the only reason I was aware of Gold Key was because my grandma had a pile of Gold Key stuff at her house. And it was kind of that whole like, as the more I got into comics, the more I was like, hey, grandma, these just sit here in a box.
Uh-huh.
None of the grandkids read them anymore. Can I have them? And she was like, no, those are mine. I was like, okay, well, you win, old lady. I never got those Gold Key comics.
Oh yeah, man. I love Shaggy. I loved reading newspaper comics, man. That was I
never got into that. I wish.
I got into that so much, even though there's some real stinkers in there. Like Family Circus was a stinker.
A friend of mine's dad,
Valiant.
A friend of mine's dad did a strip comic that got picked up, and he did a whole bunch of like, it was called the Straightly Ballwick, and it was basically about my friend's family, and was very much in the style of Family Circus. And he sent some stuff to the guy who did Family Circus, like as a hey, this is what I do, and really inspired by you. And the guy ripped him off. So around the parts where I grew up, that guy was the guy who did Family Circus was a piece of shit, to the point where our local newspaper dropped him.
Nice, good.
Because they're like, well, we got a guy who does this locally, and he's not a thief.
And he's not a gigantic asshole.
And then my friend's dad turned out to also be a gigantic asshole.
Oh. Well, That's a no.
Yeah, he just was a philanderer and not the best dude. It was one of those things where he during his middle stages of life turned out to be kind of a shitbag, but he turned it around.
Hit the crisis hard.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah, but it sucks that my friend had to go through that and had to go through it in public eye because it did not.
Oh,
Because one of the
that's
people he got caught philandering with was our high school history teacher and football head coach's wife.
oh yeah, and that doesn't stay quiet.
No, it doesn't stay quiet. But when you're like about to graduate and that shit happens, and it's football season, you find that it's real fucking awkward for you.
Yeah.
But luckily, my friend was always a very good student, a very, very good athlete, and a very just straightforward, no nonsense human. So really didn't cause his life too much consternation because he handled his business.
All right, well, that's good.
And then he went to Jimmy got to Argentina for like 6 months or some shit like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was like somebody who very early was like, as soon as we're done with this, I'm gonna go travel and do some things that I want to do. And we were like, okay, sure, bud. And then he just immediately went and did it. God love those people.
Oh yeah. That's my. I've got a cousin like that. More power to her. She just is like, yeah, I'm gonna travel the world, and I'll just do these kind of like service jobs here and there as I can, and make money and travel on when I get enough money, and it's awesome. I mean, I can't say I'm not envious. Like it's pretty spectacular to be that self-assured and willing to face the world on your own at such a young age. I think, boom, bam, these thighs are thick. These are some thick, meaty thighs, guys.
Sometimes I think too, like people who have that confidence, whether it's earned or not, they're just so capable of doing anything and everything.
Oh yeah. I think there's something when you kind of throw yourself into the fire, it really does, and you find that you can come out of it like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I don't know, those that's a special breed of person out there.
Yeah, it's definitely not me. I am
oh yeah.
My anxiety crushes that type of shit. And I'd like to say that, I can do that. I'm strong-willed or whatever. No, you're a different type of cat, male, female, doesn't, or whatever, wherever you check mark on the census. If you got the guts to go out and just kind of like, I'm just going to go for it, that's incredibly amazing. I'm very jealous of that kind of just so self-confident.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna blow dry again.
All right, you do it. And while you're doing that, what am I? Oh, you know what? I got some cool things for Christmas. First off the bat, got some cool Lego. I got there's a new Viking village that's like a Target exclusive that came out. I got that. That's pretty rad. My wife got me this beautiful off-brand like medieval tavern that's got like this little like basement cellar kind of feature that's really super duper cute. I'm very excited about that. Because one of my things I'm trying to do right now with Lego is build up some kind of, I guess, biomes, like a medieval one.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah. And then so that's mostly that on the Lego front. And then I found a few fun early 2024 things here and there at some stores, so I picked those up. Nothing too crazy, just like a space mech. Then I got Godzilla and Godzilla Raids Again, the novelizations of those, the like old school from the 50s ones. I'm very excited to read them. I hear they're very good.
That's super cool.
And my mom got me a rowing machine, which I'm pretty jazzed about. And
we bought one not too long ago, but with all the basement,
oh yeah,
it just has not got the use I thought it would.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of rowing machines. So
yeah, I'm pretty stoked on this one. It's really nice. Like everyone else in the family is kind of into it too, which is kind of exciting.
oh,
Like, hey, and Maeve's hilarious with it because she'll crank the like tension up all the way, and then just burn herself out in 5 minutes on it. It's very funny to watch.
I found that it was like something that I was very much I loved doing in college.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the midway through a workout, and then to wrap up to like basically just kind of rep out on except for like
Yeah.
a time limit. And then when I fiddled with ours when we got it, I was like, this is a lot harder than I remember it. Or I'm just a lot older and can't do what I used to do at all.
Oh, yeah. Like I love it. I've used it like maybe 3 days in a row now, but my elbow joints are definitely I'm coming to a hard realization that everything hurts when you get older. It's just like Jesus Christ. Got me disc golf. Ooh, nice, dude.
Very nice. My brother is a big disc golfer.
I got really into that like when I feel like I don't know, when disc golf came into my radar, it was like 2004, 2005. Around then I played it a little. I wouldn't say I was like avid, but I played it. We had somehow I was still living in Hibbing at the time, and somehow Hibbing like got it together enough to put like a little disc golf course in. And yeah, man, I remember going and playing that quite a bit. That's a fun time. That's a very fun time, actually.
I played some WoW with Doug.
Ooh.
He was like, oh man, I didn't know you'd been playing. He was like, you're like 13th level, and I was like, yeah.
Oh god damn, I gotta catch up now.
Like, what do you think I was gonna play once, Doug? He's like, well, yeah, I thought you only played once. I enjoyed our WoW time all together.
Yeah, it was so weird getting back because I used to play it like really hardcore, and it was just like, oh shit, like getting back into the swing of things, but also like just from the last time I played it, I played it like super modded out with all these different add-ons and stuff, and not having any of that, it was just like, wait,
he was saying, he's like, you got to get some add-ons. This is almost unbearable playing with you, and I'm like trying to tell you how to do this thing, and you're like, what? I'm playing it with this, and you're just playing completely vanilla version.
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah, man, it was a blast from the past for sure. I was enjoying myself though.
Yeah, I had a good time. I really what I found so far is I don't exactly enjoy all of the running around.
There's a lot of like fetch this, fetch that.
Yeah. I wish there was like also that the fact that like, if I just stay in this area and do stuff, that I apparently am going to level out of being able to do anything fun.
Yeah, So
which I'm finding out the hard way. But overall, I like just like killing animals. That's so horrible to say. But I really like just going out.
The way you said it though is I just like
killing animals, I guess.
Yeah.
I like going. I had the skinning proficiency, and now I'm working through the leather working proficiency.
Okay, yeah.
So I find that to be kind of cool. I got rid of mining because it's like, well, mining's cool, but I don't find nodes very often. And what I was running into is I'd find one,
yeah,
I'd start to fiddle on it, and somebody would jump on and basically get it from out underneath me.
Yep.
And I was like, this sucks. Like, I wouldn't do that to another person. Why does somebody think it's okay to do to me?
It's the bad world of WoW. The lawless land.
Like, eat a bag of dicks. So yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying it a lot though, and especially a lot more than I thought I would.
It like, especially once you start getting like really cool like armors and things like that for yourself, and like getting like some cool like dungeon action happening, like it becomes, it really did for me become like kind of an addictive thing where like I was like playing like almost every day for like years. It was, yeah, it was a thing.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy it. Like if I'm working and like I have no projects crossing my desk, I will throw it on and just kind of grind away for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because then I'm just like, well, I'm just sitting here waiting for information or to get response or whatever it may be. Why am I just, I can just, I've already got a podcast on or I have YouTube on or something, and I just get fidgety. So I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna just throw this on and I'm gonna just kind of grind out mindlessly, because that's really all you can do it very mindlessly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Easy, dude. Yeah, man. Like, God, I remember when I first played, I had a buddy who worked from home, and he just was able to just crazy get just so far up there, because you know, in between like what he'd do like data entry stuff, so in between like sending out like a little thing or whatever, he'd just like sit there, pop up the screen again, and just be like bam, blasting through stuff, like, but with no effort. And it's just like, oh, okay, all right. Like, you'd like, hey man, you want to play? And then like all of a sudden he'd be like nearly like 10 levels higher, because like just sitting there just like popping over, doing different screen, doing some work. It was just like,
That's what I do. I have my two screens going, and then I've got my laptop on, and I'll just, you know, I have days where it's very, 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 very slow.
oh yeah.
Because all I do is projects. So if there's no project, I'm kind of just stuck.
Yeah.
And now I don't get into that habit where I'll be like, oh, well, just someone can give me their stuff to do. I don't do that shit anymore.
Yeah.
Because I've learned that, like, I think this job especially taught me, like my last two jobs, this job and the job before, I got voluntold into a bunch of committees.
Oh, fun.
Especially this job, unfortunately, which I love this job, but
Yeah.
the people who stole me away from my last job knew me really well. So they were like, well, one reason we're bringing you in is because you know all this stuff. So, you know, you're going to immediately go on these committees that we're creating, and you're going to do this and do that and get us up to speed on these things because you know this better than we do. And it's like, yeah, that's fine. But what I found is, like, all of a sudden that's all I was doing, which is also fine. But it was like, then the people like that I work with would get frustrated because they would be like, well, what are you doing? Like, well, I'm on this committee doing this. And they would be, well, you're not like doing stuff in our department. And it's like, well, yeah. So there's a whole lot of that goes on. I've said this often now in the last year. I've realized that I am appreciated outside my department and enjoyed as a person outside my department more than since Chris left than I am inside my department, like 100-fold.
Really?
Yeah. Oh God, it's terrible. Everything I ask people to do in my department, they treat me like I'm asking them to give me a pint, that they need to give me a pint of blood and an organ. And if someone from outside my department needs something, they'll kindly ask. Like, people from outside the department have sent me gifts.
What?
For just helping out.
Oh wow.
People that are now running my department forgot my my whatchamacallit, my review for 3 months. Like, I would be like, hey, are we gonna do this? And they were like, yeah, we'll do it. And it just never happened. And I was like, okay. And the guy who runs my department's a really, really nice guy, but I kind of get the feeling a lot of times that all those people in that, I mean, because on the org chart, the guy who runs the entirety of the state for our department is my supervisor.
Oh.
I'm above everybody else in the apartment, and I often get the feeling that pisses a lot of people who've been there a long time off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
I can see that.
even though I know how to do a lot of stuff, and I've offered to be like, oh, have you tried this? Or, you know that this is like actually how you need to do this for the state regs and everything. They get really like, they're just unfriendly about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it helps either that, I am completely work from home. I don't go in. I don't do anything in person.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
know, and I don't really know any of those people. And they bring it up, and I'm just like, yeah, but like y'all agreed upon that when I took this job. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was a contingency of me taking this job because I can't afford to get fucking COVID.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's just I've stopped pouring like my heart and soul into my job.
Yeah.
I've learned it's not worth it. Your job will burn you every time.
Yeah, unless it's like truly like, oh, this is my dream job. I've always want, like, you got to find that balance. Otherwise, it'll just like eat you the fuck up, especially in our work culture.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Because I run into it, and my wife runs into it too.
Yeah.
Working with people who the job is their entire life, and they want everything through this job. They want their friendships, their relationships, and if you're not willing to pour everything into it like they are,
Mm-hmm.
they're confused by that, and they get frustrated about it. And especially when you're like, no, dog, I got boundaries. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah. And
I don't want to do that because like I got boundaries, and like my time is more valuable to me than what you're pitching to me.
Yeah, I've definitely been in that to the where I've like, like, nah, like kind of rejected, like, I'm kind of gonna do my own thing, thanks for the invite, and had that like, oh, I was supposed to do that because now I'm completely like locked out of like whatever this like work clique is, and yeah, it's just like, okay, this is fun.
Yeah, I just don't buy into that shit anymore. I've always said like don't, because I've learned it the hard way a few places. Don't make friends at work because they're not friends. If all you have in common is the
Be
fact you work
cordial
together,
and
you ain't friends. You're just people who are sharing trauma.
yeah.
So
Work friends can kind of be like in I don't know, and not to shit on, because like you can form true friendships for sure, but I find sometimes there's that insidious kind of thing where it's almost like those high school friendships or those school day friendships from like way back in the day where you guys were friends basically because of like proximity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, okay, like you don't really always gel with this group, but you hang out with them just because of XYZ or whatever reason. And it's not until later you like, oh, there's these people I'm meeting that like I totally gel with these people in this way and that way, and we have so much more in common, and I'm not having to like basically code switch to fit in with a whole group of people that I'm not like totally cool with, but I have to be for necessity.
Yeah, that's kind of how I look at it too. It's like I'm too old to do friendship by necessity.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I'm too old. I'm too crotchety. I just like, if there's nothing there, there's just nothing there, and that's okay. I don't.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
I don't know, but even then, being like, knowing like, you know what, that's fine, like to have limits. Sometimes, and strangely enough, it's not fine for other people that you have like limits set up, and
oh yeah, for sure. And
it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Like you really want this to happen, and but yeah, it's some of those people are so draining. Not to relive past drama, sorry.
No, I mean but it's you're right. I mean, a lot of times it is just like, what the fuck, man. I mean,
yeah,
I try to be very blunt about that. Like, my friend Joe and I worked together for a really long time, I think 7 or 8 years. And when he left to go do his internship,
Yeah.
he was like, "So can we be friends now?" And I was like, "Yeah, now that you're leaving, we can be friends." We've been friends since. I mean, but I was very much told him, like, I don't do friends at work because I think it robs people of their objectivity of what we're supposed to do. And he's like, "You work with your wife," and I was like, "And you'll find out that I will argue with no one as hard as I probably will argue with my wife."
Yeah.
And because we have strong feelings about like how work's supposed to be, and we don't let that shit come between us at home. Like that's, which was super funny because people would go, "I didn't realize you guys were married because you." I mean, I've seen you in meetings with each other. We just, work is important, man. We do important work, so I'm not gonna fuck it up by being like, "Well, but Cassandra, what are we doing at home?"
Yeah.
And I've also seen people like give people passes at work because they're friends, and I've seen that fuck up entire organizations.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I find that to be so terrible. Like, I don't go to work to find friendship. Like, work is work. Is work.
Yeah. I've run like this legit like nightmare shit where like, oh, you should not be working in this field at all for what you're telling me like right now, but you're friends with so and so and so and so, so I know you have job security. But
yeah, I've seen people fail upwards to an incredible degree.
Oh god, yeah, where it's like,
I've been like, the only reason you're still here is because that person who makes those decisions needs friendship so desperately that they will protect you. It's fucking awful. So but you know, I mean, back at it tomorrow, and I'll get done what I got to get done. I'll keep, the spice will flow.
The spice must flow.
I mean, like I said, it is what it is. I don't do that whole, what was the line in Venture Brothers? I don't live to hate, hate to live. Something like that. I learned this lesson the hard way. It's when Monarch's talking to Red Death.
Oh god, I need to rewatch that.
Clancy Brown is the best as Red Death.
Clancy Brown is the best in anything. You make that guy a villain, you hate him. Make that guy a lovable whatever, and he's the most lovable whatever in the entire production.
Also, I got this.
Ooh.
So I don't know if anyone's. There's a company called Planet X Games, and I have a couple of their things. In fact, that Return to Skull or Escape from Skullcano Island is by them.
Okay.
Because I've got a friend who is friends with somebody who works there. So Ryan gave me this for Christmas, along with a bunch of cool Skeletor advice books. These guys do like heavy metal D&D stuff.
Okay.
Like this is just a book of like items, and each one there is a quote from a metal song, kind of giving you the vibe of what this is. It's so good. I have another one called Vulgar Display of Magic, and it's the Pantera album cover, except for it's a wizard fist punching someone dressed as Pazuzu from The Exorcist in the face.
Okay.
It's great, and there's so much good stuff in there.
I'm sold.
Yeah, they're like fanzines, and they put them out a lot. They've done a couple like big books too. Like I said, Escape from Skullcano Island is amazing. It's like, hey, here's a 70s grindhouse version of kaiju movies using D&D. Enjoy. Or like 70s grindhouse version of what the hell is that? Isle of Dread.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's really good. They also did like they have one right now. It's on Kickstarter. It's called like Assault on something 13.
Okay, is that like
It's
Yeah.
basically a D&D riff on Assault on Precinct 13.
That's cool.
They do
I'm
a lot
down
of
for
things. Yeah, and I think that's like a bigger book type thing. Let me see if I can find it. We got about 10 minutes left, and then we're gonna let the adults take over.
Time for Adult Swim.
Yeah, for those toy professionals that
Those
you know
pros.
and love, the pro boys.
Pro boys. Probot. Underrated.
Yes, definitely underrated. Assault on Witchgate 13. It's got 47 hours to go.
Oh.
I am sending it to you.
All right.
I'll just send it to the prep school group. It is. Let's see what it is. It's $20 for the PDF. It's $35 for a physical and the PDF.
Okay.
And it's looks like it's Bigfoot's.
Ooh.
Oh, Colin, it's Big Feet's.
I like that. Wait. Oh. Wait, those look like Yetis.
I believe it's a Yeti.
A Yeti. A Yeti. Best call ever.
Oh, it's got a frozen beholder picture.
Ooh, I want to see that.
It's a black and white. It's still pretty cool.
Black and white. Ooh, that is cool. Beholders are just so metal.
Yeah.
They always look so mad.
Oh, those guys are the guys who did the big ass Chungus book that has just all these different beholders in it. I bought that one. I was like, this is amazing. So I have their Jungle Tomb of the Mummy Bride, which is 142 pages. It's a big. I did a PDF of it.
Okay.
They did a thing called a 100-page thing called An Occurrence at Howling Crater, which is kind of I would equate it to like well, God, what's the Robert Rodriguez part of Planet Terror?
Oh yeah.
It's very Planet Terror-esque.
I need to watch that again.
Yeah, that'll be a good one to get together and watch. This looks really interesting. I don't have the money to buy anything right now, though.
Yeah, I'm kind of like
They also do shit like this, which I love. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
It's like the Charles Atlas thing, except for it's called The Insult That Made a Man Out of Throngor. I do recommend their stuff, though. They Planet X games, and their logo is basically like the old Shaw Brothers logo.
Oh, like yeah. I know what you're talking about. They have a they put out 2 Shaw Brothers box sets now of like Blu-ray restored.
I think I have so many bootleg DVDs of all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
I have spools and spools and spools of bootleg stuff.
I recently got this awesome. It feels like it's bootleg, but I'm pretty sure it's actually kind of curated. But like it's got Christmas Evil and Don't Open Till Christmas on it. But like in between that, there's all these old school like from the era Christmas like commercials and things like that, and like trailers for other movies. It's very fun. It's very fun.
Awesome. Yeah. Whoa, somebody's yipping at you. Yip.
Oh, yeah.
I hear a squatch call in the distance.
What's going on?
I'm a prehistoric guy.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Because tomorrow I'm doing a broadcast.
You're doing a broadcast tomorrow.
About prehistoric and making a giant city of prehistoric.
A giant prehistoric city? Okay.
What?
A real prehistoric.
Where is this broadcast happening? How can I tune in?
Yeah, where are you broadcasting this from?
In the garage.
Okay, but like where can people find this?
Don't worry.
Oh, well, I can't watch it. I don't know where it is.
Secret build I'm doing.
Oh, it's a super secret build you're doing. Can people see it after you're done?
Yeah.
Are you going to be recording this on like your Kindle or anything? If you want, you could.
I'm gonna just take a picture.
Just some pictures. Okay. All right. Well, if
I'll
you
take-
want
I'll
any
take what I
help
can get.
filming, I can help you. You think about it. I know you're very particular. That goofer.
Let's say, did I scare him off?
Oh no. He's he's got a little bit of the ADD, so whenever his mind is like, okay, it's time to go do this, he just zooms away.
Understandable.
Understandable.
Oh, where can beautiful people find your beautiful face? Visage.
On Beautiful Tuesdays, you can find me beautifully building beautiful Lego and talking about nonsense. Thursdays, on weeks opposite that, you can find me talking nonsense about horror movies to a wonderful degree with my wonderful co-host right here. And Sundays you can find me doing prep school if I'm not sick with COVID or swamped by my pugilist daughter in her.
She's not dropping bows on me. I'll be there.
Oh, she's boom, boom, boom. She's taking me out all the time. And yeah, here and there, Scum and Villainy, I pop up on that when I'm not sick with COVID. And a few other things here and there. But yeah, I'm over the sickness, hopefully, right now, of getting sick for the rest of the season. Hopefully I'm over that, because getting COVID sucked again. So yeah, so you should be seeing me pop up hopefully a little more here and there as I have more energy and more of a will to be with you guys and not puking up into my toilet.
Oh God. I'm not on anything this week until Sunday, and then Monday is the return of Down Outlands, and boy, do I have my shit to get in a poop in a group for that. Since we've been off for like 3 months, and I don't know what I thought.
Uh-huh.
So one thing I will say is I'm going to try to open it up for like guest stars for arcs, because I think that would be kind of fun. And it gives like some of my friends a chance to jump on and play an arc as a shitty kid adventure of some type.
That'd be really fun.
But also I'm going to try to scale it back for a little while and not have us do like constant, like, we find a nautiloid ship floating in the astral sea, and now we're at Mount Celestia dealing with the Greek gods, and now we're doing. And I said I'd like to slow it a little bit and do some more things in the liminal space where they all live at the university.
Yeah.
Where they have family and classmates and all that. So yeah, that's coming up. We may do a time jump. I don't know. I think what we'll do is that first episode may be a lot of like trying to figure out, maybe just more of a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I've got going on. And then next Thursday we have Spoopy Boys. I need to reach out and ask Shannon if that's going to be our FNAF. If not, Doug, I think Doug said he would be down to do Bigfoot.
All right. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I need a holiday for my fucking holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have kids. I'm just fried.
No, it doesn't. And I think also this shitty ass like snowless winter is just kind of taking a toll on people's mental health. At least that's my theory. That's my running theory.
All right, I'll put that message out into the world and hopefully hear something back, and then I'll let you know. Other than that, yeah, I hope everyone had a good holiday. I hope the rest of the dwindling portion of the new year goes extremely well for you. And I look forward to more cool stuff with everybody.
Yeah, thanks for showing up, Shaggy. Good chatting with you.
It's always great to chat with you, Shaggy. Oh, he almost forgot. Oh, hey man, I almost forgot. That's why I had to message Colin earlier, and I was like, "We're doing this today, right?" I'm an adult, kind of. All right, have a good night. For From ours to yours. Bye.